Hey y'all, it's Tiffany with Hilltop Tulips, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you 4 different recipes that you can make using all staple items that can be purchased at your Dollar Tree. So stay tuned and let me know in the comments down below if you guys make any of these delicious recipes. Okay, for our first recipe we're going to be making pancakes! Who doesn't love pancakes?
I love pancakes.
Everyone does, girl. So, got our little recipe card here. We're going to be starting with our flour. That is going to be the base for all the recipes you're going to see in this video. Yes, Dollar Tree does sell flour, just a regular bag of flour. Yes, you can buy it in bulk at other places, maybe cheaper per ounce. But this video is for people who prefer to shop at Dollar Tree for whatever reason. Maybe it's on a bus line or they work there and they don't have the energy to go anywhere else after work. So for whatever reason, if you're picking up your groceries at Dollar Tree, you can still cook from scratch. So we're going to be using 1 cup of flour, 2 tablespoons of sugar. They have a lot of different options for sugar too. I think they do have just regular white sugar. I grabbed the pure cane sugar. And we're just going to use 2 tablespoons of that. Then we have a 1/4 teaspoon of salt.
Oh, sorry.
You're fine.
It just slid right down my hand. It's very simple. You know.
Then we have a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I like this pink Himalayan sea salt. Ours had this for a whole $1.25. I do buy it in bulk on Amazon usually, but I wanted to show you guys. Ours had this. They do have kosher salt and regular iodized salt. Just whatever you prefer. Grab what yours has. Milk. We're going to use a cup of milk. Now, they have different options for milk. Ours does sometimes have just regular cold milk in the cooler, but they also have like coconut milk in cans that's shelf stable. It's a good thing to have. And they also have boxed regular like whole milk that's shelf stable too. It's a good thing to have in your pantry if you lose power or something like that. It's a good thing to have on hand. It doesn't have to be refrigerated. We're just going to use our 1 cup of milk, then 2 tablespoons of oil. I grabbed this one. It's a blend of soybean and extra virgin olive oils. Just see what yours has. Any kind of oil is interchangeable, even coconut oil. I know mine had that too, I believe. And then, what's that?
1 egg.
1 egg. Ours sells it in a 6-pack for $1.25. So use the 1 egg to make the pancakes and then scramble up the other 5 to go beside your pancakes. 2 teaspoons of baking powder. This was over in the baking section with like the cake mixes and stuff like that. Regular baking powder, and then a dash of vanilla extract. Let me find my vanilla extract. And then a dash of vanilla extract. So let's get these mixed up and start cooking. Okay, so go ahead and pour we got our dry ingredients mixed good. Go ahead and pour our wet ingredients in. Ugh.
You don't need a spoon in there, but okay.
There you go. Good job. And now Miss Elizabeth wants to crack the egg. So we're going to crack it into this first.
Yeah.
Just in case it doesn't go well.
Oh no, an eggshell got in there.
It's okay.
I binged it too hard.
You binged it.
Mom, can somebody get me something to wipe this off?
We sure will. Go ahead and, got all the eggshells out. Go ahead and pour that in your mix. Here you go. Go ahead and pour the egg in your pancake batter. Good job. Alright.
I'm gonna leave it.
Make sure we get the yolk broke up. We don't want scrambled eggs in our pancakes.
Yeah. This tastes disgusting.
Yeah, if you guys checked out my brunch video, was it the brunch video? Where she, no, maybe it wasn't the brunch video. Elizabeth really hates eggs.
I hate them.
And she was taste testing one of my recipes, and I promise it was not as bad as she made it look.
It was the one with the pudding.
It was the brunch one.
I think it was kids' recipes.
Mom,
Because I made breakfast burritos. It was the breakfast burritos that you hated.
and the egg.
Yeah, no, it's the egg. Alright, we're going to get our first pancake in. And leave room for Sissy's pancake too. You going to help me pour it?
You can do it better on this time.
Okay. You hear that sizzling?
Yeah, but I hear it cooking already. I just wanted to say it before you did it because you did it on the other part. So I wanted to do it this time.
Okay.
So that's expensive. Oh, Mom, that's going to be a big pancake.
Mm-hmm.
Mom?
Alright, now I've got this on medium-high heat in my preheated cast iron. And I just sprayed a little bit of oil in the pan. You can put a little bit of butter, whatever you have on hand and whatever you prefer. Now this is when you would put in any mix-ins. So if you want to drop any chocolate chips in here or blueberries.
Can I have chocolate chips in there?
We are out of chocolate chips.
Then why did you say it?
Because it's still a good idea. So you're going to wait until you start to see the bubbles and then the side starts to get a little dry. That's when you'll know it's time to flip it.
Is it okay if I pick mine out?
Alright, we're going to go ahead and drop some blueberries in here for Althea. Elizabeth loves just raw blueberries, but she does not like them cooked in her pancake. Alright, and it's about time to flip. We're starting to see the bubbles. You see the side is dry. It comes up easily. There we go.
Nice flip, Mama.
Oh,
Thank
that's
you.
going to be good, yeah.
I wasn't on my burner even, so it's not browning even, but it'll be alright. Okay. Oh.
But Mom...
Oh no!
Oh,
Oh! It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
She can have that. It's fine.
It'll taste good still. It's okay.
Even though if it's...
Alright, I got my lovely taste testers here. Althea is using strawberry syrup that we actually purchased at Dollar Tree. So check your Dollar Tree for that.
I'm just going to lose that much. I'm going to spread it around too. Like it might be better that way.
Alright.
I'm so ready.
It's a pancake. What you so nervous for? Elizabeth.
No, it's gonna burn me. The blueberries are gonna burn me.
Well, be careful. Don't burn yourself.
Y'all ready for some funny faces when this blueberry burns me?
It's good?
Uh-huh.
Good. Very good. Very good. I will let you ladies eat your pancakes. You guys stay tuned for our next recipe.
Our next recipe is going to be homemade crackers. So our ingredients are a cup of flour and 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and that's what we have in our bowl. And then we have 2 tablespoons of oil, and then we have 7 tablespoons of water. So we're going to go ahead and mix up our dry ingredients, which is just our salt and our flour. And then we can add in our wet ingredients, which is our oil and water. Mix that up all together.
Please excuse the barking dog in the background. I'm sure a leaf flew by him or he caught sight of a neighbor that could possibly pet him, so he's just losing his mind.
Make sure you have clean hands because you might need to get in there and mix it up with your hands. So make sure you get all of the flour off the sides of the bowl. It's going to be a pretty dry dough, and that's okay. Okay, so before you do this, you're going to want to preheat your oven to 400 degrees, and you're going to want to line your baking sheet with parchment paper. So you can get that out the way before you get mixing everything in. So now you're gonna flour your surface, and we're gonna roll it out. We're gonna roll the dough out into a thin sheet. And I'm gonna use a rolling pin that actually belonged to my great grandmother. It's a really special thing to be able to use that. Okay. You can use half the dough so that it'll be a little bit easier to work with. We're just gonna roll this out real thin. You do not need to knead this dough. I told myself I wasn't going to laugh at that because it's not that funny, but we're not going to knead the dough. We're just going to mix it in. Okay, so I'm going to take a fork and I'm going to poke some holes in it before I cut it into the cracker shape. This way it doesn't bubble up real big. About that much. And then I'm actually going to use a pizza cutter. And I'm going to cut it into the cracker shape. You can cut it into whatever shape you want, but I'm just going to do the standard square. Okay. Okay. Now, there's going to be little ones like this, but that's fine. I'm going to put them in a single layer flat onto your baking sheet. They're not going to rise at all, so you don't need to put them a certain amount apart. They can be pretty close together. Okay, so I did the second half, and I'm putting them on the tray, but I did want to say, if you wanted to put salt on them, there is salt in the dough, but if you wanted to put salt on them, you would do that before they go in the oven. You're going to be putting them in for 15 minutes. And if you wanted to make seasoned crackers, you can mix different herbs and stuff like that into the dough. Salt would be the only thing you want to put on top, but if you wanted to make them flavored, you would put that inside of the dough. So let's throw them in the oven. Remember, your oven needs to be preheated to 400, and they need to go in for 15 minutes. Okay, we're going to try the crackers now. We got Elizabeth to taste them.
Hey! You know, if you remember the video from when we first started, but see? Oh, you just tell me.
Here.
They're still real warm, too.
Yeah, they're hot. Peanut butter melted. Should I put the cheese on the cracker?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm not the same time. They're good.
Look at the camera. You like them?
Mm-hmm. I have food in my mouth, but yes.
Mm-hmm.
Good job. Okay, for our next recipe, me and Elizabeth are going to be making tortillas. So, got our recipe card here. We're going to be using 1.5 cups of flour. That's already in our bowl. A 1/2 teaspoon of salt already in our bowl. 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder in the bowl. And then 1/8 cup of oil and 1/2 cup of water. So,
Is it okay?
yeah, go ahead and mix it. We're going to mix up our wet ingredients, or our dry ingredients, and then add in the wet ingredients. Divide into 8 sections, flatten, and then cook on medium heat about 30 seconds per side. So I've got my cast iron behind me heating up. We're going to go ahead and, you got it stirred good?
Is this getting good enough?
Yeah, looks good to me. Let's get our oil in. And the water.
And I'm going to go ahead and mix that.
Yep, go ahead. Now I have a tortilla press, but we lost the handle to it. So we're going to be improvising and just using the rolling pin. And we're going to do it between 2 pieces of parchment paper so we can get it super thin.
This is getting really sticky.
Yeah, it's going to be a dough. kind of thick dough.
Oh, Mom, can I put my hands in it? Well, not put my hands in it, just feel it. I want to feel like dough.
There you go. Okay, go ahead.
You want me to get it all in a bowl? I mean, all in the bowl. A ball.
Mm-hmm. Good.
This is fun.
Hold on, let me show you how. You just kind of squeeze it together.
Like that?
Mm-hmm. Get all your flour mixed in. Squeeze.
Are you getting me started?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, you're not letting me do anything. I love when you get me started. Okay.
Alright, squeeze it all together. Go ahead.
Oh, this feels good. I really need to feel this.
What's your favorite thing to eat on the tortilla?
What my favorite thing is a cheese.
Cheese like a quesadilla?
Yeah.
Yeah. I knew you were going to say quesadilla. Maybe we'll make one with our homemade tortillas.
Oh yeah, and I will kind of make it go longer.
And homemade tortillas are so easy to make, and they taste so much better than store-bought that you're going to be like, why do I even buy store-bought? You're never going to buy store-bought again. All right, let me see it.
That's puffy.
Get everything mixed in. Good.
That was fun. You should make this. It's really fun. You should make this more often, Mom.
It's fun, isn't
Yeah.
it? Okay. So
It's
now,
kind of like playing with Play-Doh.
yeah.
But
We're going to divide into 8 equal pieces. So that's 2.
Can I do it?
Mm-hmm.
I know what age, so I can count.
So you're going to make it equal, you're going to just half it and then keep halving it. So we're going to, now we got 4. And then we're going to break these in half. And then we will have
8.
maybe like a golf ball size, a little bit bigger than a golf ball size.
I'm going to roll it to make it a golf ball size.
Okay.
That's how I like it.
Hold on, let me see that one. We'll get him halved. And then we'll be ready to flatten our tortillas. Okay.
Oh, it's kind of like a little flower. Wait, where's the dog?
So we're going to put them in between here, in between our parchment paper, and start flattening it out. Let's do one at a time.
Can I roll them out?
Mm-hmm. I feel like doing this with a tortilla press is going to give you a much better shape. This is going to be a wonky tortilla. It's okay. It will still be delicious. This guy's ready to go. I'm going to let you get yours rolled out. There you go. Put it down right here. And you're going to go ahead and flatten it a little bit with your hand. And put the paper over.
And then roll it. It's
Yep.
time to roll.
Althea found something to use our tortilla press, so these are a little bit better shaped. We're just going to make a quick little cheese quesadilla for the girls. Put our cheese.
I do have one question.
Yes, ma'am.
Is the cheese gonna melt, or is it just gonna stay like that?
It's going to melt, and then you're going to try it. You want to try it?
I love them. They're kind of like wrapped up chips, but with stuff inside of them and not closed.
All right, girls, try that cheese quesadilla.
I'm going to choose this one.
You like it?
Thumbs up.
All right.
Okay, so our very last recipe is going to be fry bread. So in our bowl we have a cup of flour, a half a teaspoon of salt, and 1 whole teaspoon of baking powder. And that's our dry ingredients, and we're going to mix that all up, and then we're going to add in our half a cup of hot water. And while we're mixing all this up and getting the fry bread ready, our about a half an inch of oil is going to be getting hot on the stove so we can fry it. So we're going to make sure our hands are clean as well, because we're going to have to go in with our hands for this recipe. And we're going to, after we mix it all up, let it sit for about 10 minutes.
All right, so we've let our dough rest for 10 minutes, and we're going to go in, and you can use a rolling pin if you want to roll this out, but I just prefer to use my hand, and I'm just going to do some little small ones. We're going to be using these for a dessert. We also like to have these when I make like a big pot of pinto beans or any kind of soup. We'll have these, and you can go ahead and add extra flour to if you need to make it easier to handle. I think the most popular way to eat these is probably as native tacos, where you take your fry bread and put it down as your base layer, and then add ground beef and beans, and then whatever your favorite taco toppings are. So that is a great way to eat them. You can just put powdered sugar on them if you'd like. They're good savory or sweet.
They kind of look, that one kind of looks like a little sandwich.
Oh, look, it's a little heart.
Can I hide that one? Or can I have...
I got enough for one more in here. He'll go in our last batch. And we're just going to let these cook until they're good and brown on the other side. They're not ready to flip yet. So let them keep going for a minute.
Now we're going to have our fry bread with sugar and cinnamon sprinkled on. You can do yours, just do a little sprinkle.
I did this.
Girl, you're going to need more than that.
Here.
Oh, but that, you said
Careful, it's real hot too.
Yep, super hot.
Now let's taste it.
It's hot.
I'm in a circle right here. That's where the no cinnamon is. Ow.
I'm gonna bite it. Oh, hot. Okay. Just rip this piece off. Alright. Izzy's gonna taste it now. I had to wait for it to cool off for a second. Still a little warm.
Thumbs up.
One's good. Thumbs up. We got the beanie seal of approval.
Thank you guys so much for watching our videos. Let us know in the comments down below if you guys make any of these recipes. And we'll see you next time. Bye.